Hey, this is Coach Gavin from Fusion Cross Training. Today I want to talk to you about healthy running. A lot of us have grown up and never necessarily been taught how to run properly. There's this barefoot movement going on. We're dropping out the lift and the cushion on a lot of our sneakers, and people are jumping into them and finding out that their running form really is not appropriate to move into that kind of a shoe. So what I want to do is go through 4 keys to having healthy, injury-free running. Length, lean, lift lower, and relax. We're going to step through each of those, and after that, you're going to be able to put it all together, practice it again and again, and have that nice, healthy running form. All right, so the first one is length. So when you're standing up tall, this is good for any exercise or just walking in general. A lot of times we might have our belly out, which have a little bit of an arch in the back. We might just have a little bit of a slump in our shoulders. Our mood might be a little down too, right? Especially when we're going for a run, we need good posture. So that means length in your spine. You can kind of grab between your belly button and your chest and increase that space. It brings your shoulders back, it lifts everything up. Hopefully it'll lift your attitude too, and you'll take that arch out of your back, just the natural frame. So when we say length, that's what we mean, nice posture. All right, the second critical factor is the lean. When we're talking about lean here, we don't mean leaning from the hip joint. That would be like an old man running, right? Keep the length, but that length is going to be tilted forward from your ankles. So you're going to look sort of like a ski jumper. The best thing to practice for this is go against the wall or have something that you can put your hands up against, and then just relax your ankles, keeping the length, falling forward. So the head and chest, everything stays in alignment, fall forward. Do this again and again and again. Doing it at least 20 times or so, and you're going to start to feel what that's like to lean forward. So your running actually becomes a controlled fall. And with the leg motion, it becomes like you're rolling down the road. That's the type of feeling that we want to get, which means lower impact. Gravity is pulling you forward versus having to push forward. So if I'm standing straight up and down, I have to push with my calves. We just want to relax the calves and lean forward. So the third critical factor in our healthy running form is lift and lower with the legs. One of the biggest injuries that people end up getting is their calves cramp out, and then they end up with shin splints in the front of their legs. That's from not lifting and lowering enough, and you push yourself forward. We're leaning to move forward, so the legs just need to move up and down, right? So our lift and lower is just a march. When we get the arms involved, it's just a march. And this is the activity to practice, is doing this in place first. What you're going to notice when you lift and lower is you're engaging more of your big hip flexor muscles. And your foot placement drops right below your body. So your weight is being supported by your legs. And when you're moving forward, that's very little resistance that you're getting. So when people do it wrong, they're reaching forward. So you don't want to take big strides. You want to keep a shorter, natural stride. If you try to go with a longer stride, you're going to reach your foot in front of you. You're going to have to push off with your back leg. And then when you strike, you're going to strike in front of your body. Even if it's a little bit in front, that means you're going to hit your heel. When you hit your heel first, in that forward motion, it's creating 3 times as much of your body weight is getting put into your leg. So that's where you get the impact. That's where you get the injuries in the knees. That's the problem. So if instead of this motion, you're leaning forward and you have this up and down with the hips, your feet strike right below you, and you'll know this because you're going to feel it in the front, the ball of your foot, versus any kind of feeling in the heel. So you're going to have to stay nice and relaxed in the ankles. Something you do is just kind of shake out your ankles before you get going. Real loose. You want to keep them loose. If you get tightness, just stop your running, loosen them up, remember the form, and then practice your march. Practice your march. Soft feet.
So the improper way to run is if you're shuffling along the ground trying to lengthen your stride, your heel is going to hit in front of you. So you're going to go heel to toe. The proper way is if you have that lean, you're just going to be lifting and lowering. The view is going to be of your knees mostly. You'll hardly see your feet at all. So if you're seeing your feet a lot, you're really too upright. You need to lean, pull those feet under you, and lift and lower the legs.
All right, I've thrown a lot at you. Let's actually do our running and show you how you can put it all together. All right, so here's the series you can repeat again and again. First, we're just going to step through. Do we have length? All right, feel, pull it back, feel the length in your body. Lean, step towards your treadmill or your wall. Relax the ankles, do a few leans. So remember, use gravity, control fall forward, lift lower. Practice just engaging our hip flexors to lift the legs. Looking down, just checking to make sure we see more knee and our feet. Just feeling the balls of our feet. Relax, relaxing the face, shake out your ankles. That's where I get it the most, in the calves. And then we're just going to start that march. And we're going to hit start, and as our speed goes, you just lean forward more. All right, so just start that march. Do it as long as you need to get comfortable so you feel everything working. Our length, our lean, our lift lower, and relax. We're going to start our tread. Should feel soft. And as you start going and leaning, you're going to start to feel that rolling motion, the wheel that we're talking about. Keeping the length, starting to lean, lifting and lowering the legs, landing on the balls, hit of the foot, relax. And you start to feel the wheel going. The legs kick out the back. I feel the lean, my heart is just in front of my toes if I look straight down. And that's going to be a perfect running motion for your entire leg. With proper form, you're going to see nice length through the spine. There's a bit of a lean forward. I'm not straight vertical. And I have a lift and lowering of the knees, which creates a nice wheel out the back, and I'm relaxed. Great job. Voila. All right, with these 4 running keys, if you put these into practice, you're going to have a lifetime of faster, more efficient running.